Right now, could the COVID vaccine have extra benefits for pregnant mothers? What a UW-Madison professor says she found in a recent study.
Also, with faith-based hate crimes growing worldwide, what local law enforcement is doing to protect people's rights to worship.
And later, our Time for Kids series heads to Janesville, the new tool being used to teach students how to better understand their emotions. You're watching News 3 Now at 6. And we begin tonight with a new study from a UW-Madison professor showing COVID vaccinations could help lower premature birth rates.
It's a finding that provides lots of reasons for expecting mothers to continue to get the vaccine and boosters. Our Catherine Merck spoke with the professor behind the study about what this means for parents.
The team behind the study compared siblings who were born before the pandemic to those who were born after the pandemic. The study showed the first 2 years of the pandemic alone were far worse for many pregnancies. The virus that causes COVID-19 endangers pregnancies by causing immune and inflammation responses. The researchers found risk of preterm birth fell slightly in early 2021 before dropping steeply in 2022. Researchers say COVID vaccinations contributed to that decrease, which creates a new finding about their use for pregnancy.
You know, we have every reason to believe that vaccines are safe in pregnancy. All of the evidence suggests that. What this is also saying is that there are costs to the fetus of avoiding vaccination.
The professor that I spoke with there talked about the data being from California pregnancies and other researchers from Stanford University being involved in these findings. Another reason why this study is so important for those planning families, preterm birth is associated with many short and long-term health problems and deficiencies for the children and their families involved. It's the leading contributor to infant mortality, and cutting short development in the womb can require additional medical attention that costs are on an average about $80,000 per child.
Public Health Madison and Dane County will give just over $400,000 to support local groups working to prevent violence in the area. The department wants to connect children and families with resources to promote good health and bring communities together. Applications for this new round of funding are now open and due by December 20th. We have a link to more information on channel3000.com.
One person and a pet have been displaced after a house fire on Madison's east side. Fire crews were called to the 1600 block of Vondren Road about 9:10 this morning. When they arrived, smoke was coming from the chimney. Flames were seen at the back of the home. The fire spread to the attic before firefighters put it out. Nobody was home at the time. The cause remains under investigation. Temperatures up a bit from the past couple days. Let's check your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
And November will end on a mild note, Eric. Temperatures should be very similar tomorrow to what we saw today. As we check out the time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam, take a look at the timing of that. The sun right on the horizon. Beautiful clear skies this morning, and we had sunshine for most of the day today. Just a few clouds from time to time, but generally it's been clear. And as we check out the Doppler track across the upper Midwest, even the lake effect snows have moved to the east as the winds have become a little more southwesterly. Low temperatures this morning, well, these actually were since midnight. 20 in Madison. We're actually in the upper teens yesterday evening, but some areas were in the single digits to the lower teens, but those temperatures warmed up quickly. Here in Madison, 44 the high, 43 in Janesville, 45 in Lone Rock, and 46 in Boscobel. Current temperatures have dropped back into the upper 20s, although notice Lone Rock, they've dropped to 27, being down in the Wisconsin River Valley with the lighter winds. Milwaukee still at 37. Here in Dane County, 37 in Sun Prairie, 37 in Verona, and 37 degrees in Cross Plains. Look for skies to be clear to partly cloudy this evening. Temperatures dropping off to about 31 by 10 p.m. Later on, I'll take a look at our prospects for rain or snow showers as we head toward the weekend.
Gary, thank you. The independent office tasked with holding Madison police accountable wants your feedback on how they do it. The Madison Independent Police Monitor holding the first of several planned community listening sessions tonight.
Our Braden Ross joins us live from downtown Madison, where that meeting is just starting. Braden?
Yeah, that meeting is just getting underway. I just popped out here to talk to you all about it. So it's the first in a series of listening sessions that they have planned. That's the Police Civilian Oversight Board and the Office of the Independent Monitor that are running these. Now, you'll remember both of those bodies were started back in 2020 as a response to civil unrest that was going on in Madison about the police in general. So they're aimed at holding the police accountable as an independent body, keyword independent there. Now, I talked to the office of the independent monitor himself. That's Robert Copley. I talked to him earlier. He was telling me, you know, he spent the first year kind of learning from other cities that have a similar thing, but now he's ready to get some processes in place. One of those things is how civilians, people, the public report and make complaints against the Madison Police Department. So that's what they're going to be talking about this meeting tonight. They're asking for the public's input in how that process gets put together. They'll be talking about that tonight, and I'll have a full recap of what they come up with tonight at 10. But for now, I'm going to head inside and hear what they're saying. I'm reporting live in Madison for News 3 Now. I'm Braden Ross.
One person is hurt after a stolen Jeep crashed into a sedan on Madison's east side last night. Officers were called to the area of South Stoughton Road near the Beltline around 11:15. Police say the Jeep was traveling east on the Beltline before exiting at Stoughton Road. The Jeep allegedly ran into a sign, then hit a black sedan. The Jeep driver and a passenger then ran from the scene. No arrests have been made. The sedan driver suffered minor injuries.
A Madison man is sentenced to 6 years in federal prison after officials say he sold heroin. Robert Seymour pleaded guilty in August to charges of distributing heroin. Prosecutors allege that an informant tipped Seymour off to police back in May of this year. Seymour was allegedly trafficking heroin, cocaine, and meth from an apartment in Madison. A search of Seymour's apartment allegedly uncovered heroin and 3 loaded guns.
The Rock County Sheriff's Office wants to make sure people feel safe in their house of worship.
A special training session today addressed those security concerns. Rock County reporter Maddie Heimsch was at the event and heard from leaders about the precautions they're taking against faith-based violence.
I'm here at the Rock County Resource Center where law enforcement officials and religious leaders are joining together in the fight against hate crimes. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, religion is the second most common motivator of hate crimes in Wisconsin, second to race.
I've seen it a number of times throughout the United States and the world where churches are a point of attack because somebody doesn't like what they specifically stand for, and we have to do what we can to combat that.
Rock County Sheriff Curtis Fell said he hoped bringing both law enforcement and religious leaders together would help build a safer community. Harpreet Mocha is a national program manager for the DOJ. He says communication is critical.
First, facilitating dialogues, bringing folks together and addressing and coming together and sharing best practices and sharing those to address and help communities come up with creative solutions.
Some of the solutions discussed were forming safety teams and emergency exit plans at local congregations.
We are in the prevention, protection, and mitigation lanes.
One religious leader told me he worries a hate crime against his faith is not a matter of if, but a matter of when. Rock County officials say they hope being proactive will help ease that concern. In Janesville, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
And Rock County officials say this training was just the first step.
Governor Evers is addressing an alternate email account he used, named after a Hall of Fame pitcher Warren Spahn. This weekend, conservative outlet Wisconsin Right Now reported on the account. The governor defended the use of the address, saying other politicians like former Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker have done the same thing.
It's done to kind of protect my work time, and it doesn't impact anybody.
Evers added he hasn't used the Warren Spahn email address for a long time, and that any time open records requests were filed, any emails sent under that address were turned over. He went on to say having an alternate email address works, and he does not have any plans on changing it. It seems only fitting that a cheese-making company would open its new headquarters in Wisconsin, and earlier today, Emmy Roth did just that, holding a ribbon-cutting ceremony for their new building in Stoughton. The 2016 World Cheese Champion is the leading milk processor in Switzerland, dating back to 1907. This new headquarters also houses a new state-of-the-art conversion facility, which will cup, bag, wedge, shred, and crumble the company's cheese products.
It feels like you've just kind of like we've ended something. We are just at the beginning. We have such a bright future. This industry, this state, this company, with the support that we have from just an amazing group of people, the executive board that's here, from my leadership team, from every employee that we have in this company, we are just beginning.
The new headquarters will add to existing Emmy Roth locations in Platteville, Monroe, and Seymour. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, a recall warning from the FDA targeting specific fruits.
Plus, state and local leaders hold discussions on improving school lunches, what they say they can do to provide healthier options for students.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
What can our foam do for your home? you'll be warm and comfortable inside, even when it's freezing outside. Your furnace will run less, keeping your heating bills lower. You'll have consistent temperatures throughout the whole house, and those annoying outside noises won't be nearly as loud. Upgrading your insulation upgrades your life. Winterproof now and get 0% financing for 72 months.
USA Insulation.
Steinhafel Cyber Week is here. Get some of the best prices of the season online and in-store. Save an extra $100 off your purchase of $19.99 or take advantage of great deals like a Sealy mattress $199. This dining table only $299. A twin storage bed now $499. Leather reclining sofa just $12.99. And make your new room more affordable with Steinhafel's 72-month financing. It's the Cyber Week sale. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
Save big money on your next project. Right now at Menards. Upgrade any space and maximize storage with Dakota Closet Systems. Make your storage your own with our selection of custom sizes and styles to match your specific needs. Dakota Closets are easy to set up and are great for hanging clothes and storing accessories in any room of your house. Get this Dakota laundry system for $399.96. Remember, a Menards gift card makes a great gift.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin, Dallas, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin, Dallas.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Well, this morning at Madison La Follette High School, leaders from the local, state, and national levels met to hear some fresh perspectives on school lunches. The discussion was the first ever roundtable to be held on school lunches. Topics on the menu included creating healthier and more engaging meals for students, building stronger farm-to-school connections, and working on from-scratch meals in schools.
What we heard a lot about today is, that food nutrition programs have a larger impact than just serving kids. Kids are always going to be the focus, but when we make those sound investments in feeding our kids, it also amounts to investments in local farms. It amounts to workforces within the school buildings, chefs, nutritionists that work to feed those kids. They're also positively impacted by that investment.
State and local leaders also recognize the federal government can only dish out so much support. They say local engagement from nutritionists, farmers, families, and schools is necessary to ensure that schools are serving up well-balanced and appealing meals for students.
The FDA wants to warn you about recalled fruit linked to a deadly listeria outbreak. HMC Farms issued the recall for some of its peaches, plums, and nectarines earlier this month. The FDA says some of the retailers they were sold to include Walmart, Sam's Club, and Aldi. They were sold between May 1st and November 15th of last year and this year. But in addition, the agency is warning the fruit also went to companies that may have frozen or relabeled it. Consumers are being urged to throw out all of those types of frozen fruit. The FDA does say any fruit currently on store shelves is not affected by the recall. A Fitchburg orchard was one of 5 recipients to receive funding through the DATCAP Buy Local, Buy Wisconsin grant program. Fitchburg's Orchard, Inc. was given a grant to expand the number of fresh fruit products offered to Apple Garden Orchard. The orchard offers a variety of fresh apples as well as pumpkins. The Buy Local, Buy Wisconsin grants are meant to help farms and businesses better process and sell locally grown food products.
When we come back, Madison Metro buses showing off the work of some local poets.
Plus, understanding emotions, the new tool one Janesville school is using to teach kids how to better navigate their feelings.
And could we see some rain or even snow to start the month of December? Gary's complete forecast after a short break.
Replace your outdated bath or shower with a clean, new, updated look. Make the call to Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler. In as little as 1 day, get a new shower or walk-in tub back with a lifetime warranty. And with Mad City's Price Lock Guarantee, lock your price in for 1 year. And now during our holiday savings sale, receive 75% off installation of a new bath or shower. 48 months, 0 interest. Senior military discounts and a bonus. Receive $500 in Mad City cash with purchase of a new bath or shower. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. Here's that number again, 608-729-4466.
McGann Furniture is closing its doors forever. The owners are retiring. It's the final days of our going out of business sale. After 119 years, our final day is December 17th. Everything in the store must be sold. Make us an offer on quality name brand furniture, including Amish, dining room and bedroom sets, recliners, upholstery, and mattresses. Free financing, special sale hours. Time is running out, so hurry in today to the final days going out of business sale at McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years, we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need, because they're a part of them, because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
When you're young, you learn how to do basic math, read and write in school, but there is something many kids don't learn.
And this week's Time for Kids report, our Jalen Banks caught up with one elementary school that's using a new tool to help them better understand their emotions. Jalen.
I spent the afternoon with Van Buren Elementary School in Janesville, which is using the Time for Kids Understanding Emotions book to help them navigate lessons kids don't usually get in school.
Right? What are some things you guys like to do or that make you feel proud?
It's a question that might not be common in classrooms, but it's part of a new lesson at Van Buren Elementary School in Janesville. Their goal is to get kids to understand their emotions and why they feel the way they do, with the goal of making them better critical thinkers.
Being able to understand how you feel helps you make decisions. It helps you know how to regulate your body. It helps you know what kind of skills are beneficial versus ones that don't really work for you in that moment.
The idea to incorporate the Understanding Emotions book was birthed from the virtual learning era of the COVID-19 pandemic. That's when the school says they noticed students missing out on valuable social skills because of the lack of face-to-face interactions.
I think at a time when I was in school, it was very academic driven, and it still is. That's what school is for. But we do also notice that society is lacking a lot of social skills and ways to communicate, like talking on the phone. That's a struggle for a lot of people. So if we can teach some of those skills now, then it makes them better people long term.
And the biggest payoff they hope this will bring for students is a better self-outlook.
What you're good at can help you feel better about yourself. Do you sing really well? Yeah. Are you a good helper at home? At a time when I was in school, it was very academic driven, and it still is. That's what school is for. But we do also notice that society is lacking a lot of social skills and ways to communicate, like talking on the phone. That's a struggle for a lot of people. So if we can teach some of those skills now, then it makes them better people long term.
And if you would like to give us a story idea for Time for Kids, you can submit it on our website at channel3000.com/timeforkids.
Jalen, thank you. Madison Metro passengers may see a few lines of poetry the next time they take the bus. That's because the popular Bus Lines program is returning for its 15th year. The poetry contest garnered submissions from all ages, and 6 winners were picked. Bus Lines originally only featured poems from Madison High School students, but the contest has since expanded, and now all Madison poets are invited to submit their best work. The contest will return in 2024 for its 16th year.
Plenty of sun today, but that could change for the rest of the week. Here's Gary with your complete forecast.
It's not going to have too much of an effect on the temperatures. In fact, it'll keep the overnight low temperatures a little bit warmer. Our high temperature trend, though, over the next 10 days, pretty close to or above normal for all 10 days. You can see near normal temperatures for Friday and Saturday, and also near normal temperatures Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. But the average high temperature drops from 38 to 34, and tomorrow will be in the 40s, and so will the end of next week. We'll see high temperatures in the lower to middle 40s then. Three things you need to know. Look for high temperatures, lower 40s for the last day of November. Then we'll see some rain and snow shower chances over the weekend and into the early part of next week. They could actually begin on Friday for areas south of Madison, but it's not going to amount to very much. And again, those temperatures back into the middle 40s at the end of next week. Low temperatures this morning, mainly in the teens to around 20. These are actually probably midnight temperatures. It was a little colder last evening, but then those temperatures started to rise overnight. And you can see part of that is we just don't have much snow cover, not only across the Midwest, I mean, other than the light snow that we have here on the ground, but much of the country is snow-free other than the Rockies out to the west. So because of that, temperatures warm up. You can see the jet stream also in a west to east pattern or even a southwest to northeast pattern that brings in milder Pacific air, and that's what will be the trend. Even behind a cold front, we're only going to see our temperatures drop off by a couple of degrees. Here's that front with a trough of low pressure associated with it. We're on the warm side of the front right now. Winds are out of the southwest, and our temperatures, for the most part, are well above where they were yesterday at this time. An 18-degree temperature difference between 6 p.m. last night and our current temperature. But you see Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, everybody had temperatures above where they were 24 hours ago. But that still keeps temperatures in the 30s with that snow cover, at least a little bit of snow cover on the ground. Madison at 38, but it's down to 31 in Marshfield. But to the west, notice the Twin Cities still at 43 degrees. And as we take a look at 10-day future track as far as precipitation is concerned, we're looking at maybe a tenth to a quarter of an inch of precipitation over southeastern Wisconsin, very little in the northwestern portion of the state. And snowfall amounts, there might be a weather system on Friday into Saturday. Could bring an inch or two of snow across northern Illinois. Most of southern Wisconsin looking probably less than an inch of snow. Planning your night, temperatures in the lower to middle 30s by 9 p.m., dropping to around 30 degrees at midnight, and then just kind of holding steady overnight. Even though skies will be partly cloudy, those southerly winds will make up for the not having as much cloud cover as last night. We're around freezing by early tomorrow morning. Planning your night across Dane County, look for a low of 30 in Deerfield, 31 in Albion, and 31 degrees in Waunakee. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, low of 30 in Platteville, 28 in Camp Douglas. Tomorrow, variable cloudiness, a little more cloud cover than today, but still mild with a high temperature of 43. As we head into Friday, notice the northeasterly winds, slightly colder temperatures, and here's that weather system passing to the south. But right now, most of the precipitation should stay near or south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. A couple of computer models bring it a little closer to Madison, but areas north and west of Madison will almost certainly stay dry. And notice the temperatures, mid to upper 30s, so that would really preclude any snowfall amounts, at least around here. Again, precipitation pretty light in the form of any rain, and snowfall amounts will be less than an inch through the weekend. First one, 7 to 10-day forecast. Rain and snow shower chance Friday and Saturday. Sunday, just a slight chance for a rain shower, maybe a rain or snow shower early on Monday. Dry for the second half of next week. Notice those temperatures warming back up into the 40s.
And coming up in sports, it's almost tournament time for Wisconsin, while the Badgers say they're taking a one-day-at-a-time approach during this time of year. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
A safe, accessible bathroom doesn't have to be plain or boring. Call Mad City Baths for easy access tub-to-shower conversions and walk-in tubs. And now during our holiday savings sale, receive 75% off installation of a new bath or shower. 48 months, 0 interest, and receive $500 in Mad City cash with purchase of a new bath or shower. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with in-home estimate from Mad City.
The next generation of streaming is here.
Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
SSM Health and News 3 Now would like to invite you and your family to make a colorful connection this giving season. Go to channel3000.com to download a Time for Kids coloring sheet or find it in November's Madison magazine. Add color and a kind message, then mail it to SSM Health. They'll share with a hospital patient who can't be home for the holidays. And you might even see it on News 3 Now. Take time for kids and spread joy to others by making a colorful connection.
Score the lowest prices of the year right now at Brothers Main's Black Friday sale. You won't find lower prices anywhere, and enjoy our free delivery. Shop family-owned Brothers Main's low price guarantee on brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. Feel like family. Brothers Main.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Black Friday extended event going on now. Join us for more unbeatable Black Friday-like deals store-wide while supplies last. Like over 65% off these velvet animal throws, just $7.99. Over 55% off this vacuum sealer starter kit, $49.99. Women's Alfred Dunner fashion collections half price. And get a free $15 gift card when you spend $75 on Purina Pro Plan pet food. Don't miss your last chance to save with extended Black Friday-like deals at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now This Morning, weekdays.
Wisconsin volleyball ended their regular season with a statement, but now it's time to dance. The Badgers entered the NCAA tournament as the #3 overall seed and the top seed in the region of the bracket. UW will host a 17-win Jackson State squad on Thursday and more than likely advance to Friday's second round. And while this time of year is exciting, this group knows there's still work to be done to raise another banner.
Like everybody's saying that it's time to dance, and like it's special season, you know, it's special season because you only get one chance and you realize how important the attitude of just one game at a time is.
New season mindset, you know, it's not the same as what it was in the Big Ten. It's kind of like a reset, so kind of taking that and chipping away each match at a time, not looking who's ahead or what's to come next, but really handling what's right in front of us.
Speaking of Badger volleyball, this week's Wisconsin Huddle is all volleyball. 2021 national champ Lauren Barnes stops by to break down UW's season so far and what they have to do to hang another banner in the Fieldhouse. Show starts at 6:30 on Friday, right here on News 3 Now. Caroline Harvey got off to a fantastic start to her sophomore season, tallying 16 points in 7 games. And then the Badger forward suffered a knee injury on October 20th and has been out of the lineup ever since. But Harvey is making progress. The reigning WCHA Rookie of the Year has been back on the ice skating with a non-contact jersey, and there's hope she'll make her return before Wisconsin's winter break.
She's on a path to get her back into some games and before we break here. So whether that's this weekend or whether it's up in Minneapolis, you know, there's an opportunity for her to be on the ice. And so we all wish it's, you know, Saturday against Duluth, but, you know, she's practicing and, you know, doing well and, you know, seems to be in a good place right now.
It'd be an early Christmas present for Mark Johnson if she came back.
Yeah, that would be nice. We want to get to Gary. Quick final check of the forecast.
Yeah, pretty chilly out there, but not as cold as it was last night at this time. 38 in Madison, but 27 in the Lone Rock. A lot of this depends on elevation because the winds have lightened up quite a bit. The skies are mainly clear across southern Wisconsin.
All right, Gary, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.